Hello everyone. Today we are going to see about the adaptive delta modulation and its functions, transmitter and receiver types, and then we are going to see about the adaptive differential pulse code modulation. Adaptive delta modulation. So here we can address the slope overload error problem with adaptive delta modulation. So it should be add more complexity to its implementation level. So to overcome the quantization error due to the slope overload and granular noise, the step size del is made adaptive to the variation in the input signal x of t. Adaptive delta modulation. To overcome the quantization error due to the slope overload and the granular noise, the step size will be made adaptive to the variation in the input signal x of t. So the step size will be increased slide by slide. So on the other hand, if the input is varying slowly, the step size is reduced. So this method is known as the adaptive delta modulation. So the adaptive delta modulators can take the continuous changes in the step size and also the discrete changes in step size. So this is the AIM transmitter. So here we have given the input as x of nts and the another input as x cap of nts that will be delayed by 1 bit quantizer. So then we will summarize both inputs and we will get the error signal as E of nts that will given to the 1 bit quantizer. For the 1 bit quantizer we are using the logic step size controller. So it will give the output as the output in the variable sizes. So the delayed part will be known as the accumulator and that there will be a summarized part. So after that we will receive the output signal. So the logic for the step control is added in the diagram. So the step size will be increases or decreases and it will be according to the specified rule depending on 1 bit quantizer output. For example, if the 1 bit quantizer output is high, that means 1 means, then the step size may be doubled for the next sample. If it is a low means, then the step size will be reduced by 1 step. So this staircase waveforms of ADM and the sequence of bits to be transmitted. So this is the working of ADM. So here we have taken the in x-axis as time and y-axis the amplitude level. So when we are passing the binary bits of quantized signal one by one, the step size will be increased and decreased. If it is 1 means the step size will be increased and if it is 0 means the step size will be decreased. So it will be time value will be, that is length will be denoted as a del. So it will be noted as del 2 is greater than del 1. So next one is the ADM receiver. So in the ADM receiver, there are two portions. The first portion will produce the step size and the second portion will be produce the incoming bit. So the previous input and the present input will decide the step sizes. So it is then applied to the accumulator and which will build up the staircase waveforms. So the low pass filter then smoothen the staircase waveform to reconstruct the original signal. So here we have used the low pass filter. So this will give the smoothened signal at the output part. So the common algorithm which is used for the adaptive ADM is when there are 3 consecutives, ones or zeros occur, then the step size will be increased or decreased by the factor of 1.5. So when an alternative sequence of ones and zeros are occur means, then the step size will be minimized itself. So the main advantages of the ADM is the signal to noise ratio will become better than the ordinary delta modulation because of the reduction on slope overload distortion and ideal noise. So on the variable step size, the dynamic range of the ADM is wider than the simple delta modulation. The utilization of a bandwidth is better than the delta modulation. Next we are going to see about the comparison of PCM, DPCM, DM and ADM. So first, the number of bits per sample for all the fours are, for PCM it will be 4 or 8 or 16 bits. For DPCM it is more than 1 bit and less than PCM. The DM is 1 bit and ADM is also 1 bit. And the number of levels is depends. For PCM then it will be depends on number of bits. For DPCM it will be fixed number of levels, and for DM and ADM it will be 2 levels. The step size will be for PCM it is fixed or variable, and for DPCM also fixed or variable. For DM it is fixed and for ADM it is variable. So the transmission bandwidth, next one, it will be for PCM more bandwidth needed, and for DPCM lesser bandwidth will only needed. For DM and ADM the lesser bandwidth will not be needed. So feedback, so for PCM it does not exist. For DPCM, DM and ADM the feedback will be exists. Next one is quantization noise. So the quantization noise for DPCM will be depends on number of bits, and for DPCM it will be depends on quantization noise and slope overload. For DM it is slope overload and granular noise, and for ADM it is a quantization noise only. And then the last one is complexity of implementation. So for PCM it is a complex, for DPCM it is simple, and for DM and ADM also it is simple. Next one is slope overload distortion and granular noise. The slope overload distortion will be occur due to the distortion arises because of largest dynamic range of input signal. So the rate of the rise of the input signal x of t is high that the staircase signal cannot approximate it. So the step size del will becomes too small for the staircase signal. So it will follow the steep segment of x of t. So this error is called the slope overload distortion. The next one is granular noise. And the one thing is, here we have used the sinusoidal signal, that is AM cos of 2 pi FMT here. So that is dm of t by dt maximum is equal to 2 pi FM. AM is less than or equal to 2 pi b. Here FM is less than b. So slope overload means mq of t, and it can't follow the m of t values. So next one is quantization or granular noise. It also known as the hunting. So the granular noise will be occurs when the step size is too large compared to the small variations in the input signal. So for very small variations in the input signal, the staircase signal is changed by large amount of del because of large step size. So this input signal is almost flat. So the staircase signal u of t keeps on oscillating by plus or minus del around the signal. So this error between the input and approximated signal is called as the granular noise signal. So this solution is to problem D to make the step size small. Maximum information rate in communication. So a maximum of 2B independent elements of informations per second can be transmitted, and the error free over a noiseless channel of bandwidth B hertz. So it is related to the sampling theorem. So the sampling theorem is important for signal analysis, the digital signal processing and transmission, because it allows us to replace an analog signal with discrete sequence of numbers. That is a digital signal. Next we are going to see about the adaptive differential pulse code modulation. So the ADPCM uses the adaptive quantizer that has the time varying step size del of n. So this step size depends upon the amplitude level and spectrum of speech signal. So the block diagram will represent that the adaptive quantization can be implemented with forward estimation or backward estimation. So in the forward estimation, the unquantized sample of the input signals are used in obtained step size. So in the backward estimation, the samples of the quantizer outputs are used to obtain the step size. So this figure will observe that the above block diagram is similar to that of the DPCM transmitter. So there is an addition of one new block named logic for adaptive prediction. So this adaptive predictor will generate the step size from XQ of NTS and EQ of NTS. So the prediction filter accordingly generates an estimate of input signal named as X cap of NTS. Advantages: the bit rate will be required by the PCM ID. It will be reduced to half of its earlier value. So the efficient for speech coding at low bit rates. It is also used in the backward estimation of problems of level estimation, delay, and the requirements are eliminated. So the main application is secure the transmission over radio channel, and it is used for the voice coding at 32 kilobits per second. Thank you.